Last time out in the Youth Academy Challenge Save, we went on and destroyed two teams in Europe, the last of which was against LASK, so a team that I was hoping would beat, and we did comfortably to get a draw in the next round of the Europa League. We've been on a charge since then. 2 months has been and gone. Are we still able to claim a domestic double? And how far have we gotten in the Europa League? And what does our youth intake look like? Mieszeliska was the first team that we took on after the Europa League, and we beat them by 2-0. Kowalski and Borek both getting goals, even if Dadovic actually missed a penalty, so it could have been more comfortable, but we're good either way, and a 2-0 victory is very good to ease the nerves, shall we say. And then we had the Europa League knockout playoff round against Lech Poznan of all teams, and we beat them 2-1 in the first leg to take it to our place with a lead. And the fact that we're taking on Lech Poznan in the first place in this stage of competition is disappointing, because it meant that while we have one Polish team guaranteed to be through to the next round, it also meant that one was definitely going out and it would hurt our coefficients, but it's better than nothing. I can't complain. Jagiellonia Bostock was the next team that we took on in the league, and we beat them by 2-0, and we looked very comfortable doing it, so a happy performance in our point of view, and I like to think we can do more and more. Kowalski and Borek both getting goals again. And Kowalski scored again as we beat Lech Poznan by 1-0 in the Europa League to knock them out and to progress to the round of 16 for the second time in a row, and I'm hoping that we get a good draw this time around and we can continue to progress in this competition. Arkadynia was the next team that we took on in the league, and we beat them by 2-0, so defensively we're looking very, very strong, and I like the idea that we are definitely starting to progress and do more in the league this year. And I'm thinking now we could start to build a lead potentially after what was not a difficult start to the year, but it was disappointing that we had lost our first game of the year against Lech Poznan, which makes the fact that we beat them twice home and away in the Europa League all the more impressive. But Arkadynia, decent here, 2-0. Sandekia Nevesos was the next opponent that we took on, and we beat them by 3-0, which includes a debut goal for Busik, so happy days for him that our defender who came from the bench gets his first ever league goal. And it shows that we can continue to thrive. We are very comfortable in the league right now. I'm starting to think we can just dominate this competition and continue to do more and more. So we took on Omar Edwards, Swaz Wodklov, and we're 2-0 down inside 5 minutes. You can imagine my surprise knowing that we were about to be knocked out of the Puchar Polski, and despite Kowalski getting a goal back, we were knocked out of the Puchar Polski in the quarterfinal for the first time in a very long time. And I was just disappointed with the fact we lost this game. I thought we could do a lot more, so yeah, disappointed to the least. Still, we took a Wisla Krakow in the next league game and won by 2-0 to continue our run of straight league wins and clean sheets in the league, so that was great. Even though they had a really great chance just before we scored our second goal to give us a scare, we still won the game comfortably anyway, so yeah, it could have been better, but also could have been worse. They were doing quite well in their shots, to be fair. Should I say a bit happy that we've FM'd them here, maybe? So then we took on our next opponent in the Europa League in the form of Lille and beat them 2-0. This was a shock, and I definitely wasn't expecting this to be the case, but I'm not complaining. Last time we took on Lille was in the Champions League and they knocked us out, so the playoffs revenge in the round of 16, and if we hold on to this 2-goal lead or don't lose by more than a goal, we're through to the quarterfinal of the Europa League for the very first time, and I've never done that with this team, so that's exciting to say the least. We then took on Pogoń Świecie, who have hired a former player of mine to become their manager. We beat them by 3-0, and we looked very comfortable doing so. But who is this new manager I'm talking about? Jakub Suta is their new manager, and he might have lost 4 games in his first 4 and considered 12 goals and just seen his side score 1. But Jakub Suta, my former star striker, is their new manager. Gonna be honest, didn't think they'd actually hire him, and I didn't think he would actually go to them, but very happy days either way. it's good to see a former player of mine actually become a manager in the save. He's the first one to do it, and the fact he's a real player doing it is interesting to say the least. I did not see it coming, so hopefully he has a better time than he has done so far with a team that's absolutely been destroyed in this league. And in the last game we had before we met up, we took on Lille and lost 2-1 on the night, but went through 3-2 overall on aggregate. And I must confess, I was very delighted with the fact that we pulled this off, and the fact they scored an own goal just after the second half started made it even simpler. Do I like the fact that I lost on the night? Not really. I wanted to win this game, quite frankly, but we're in the quarterfinal of the Europa League for the very first time, and I've got my draw. That draw is Sevilla, which is not ideal because I don't think we're going to do very, very good stuff, but we've got Sevilla in the quarterfinal of the Europa League, and we know who we will be facing if we get through to the semi-finals. Well, if we get through, we're taking on either Crystal Palace or Gent, and given that Crystal Palace destroyed us 4-0 at their place last time out, I kind of want Gent to win that game if we had to get past Sevilla, but I don't see us getting past the quarterfinal, quite frankly. It's just one of those things. Still though, this has already been our most successful season in Europe. We've never got past the round of 16 before. The fact we're in the last 8 for the very first time is good for us and good for the coefficients. In the league though, Pogo and Switzerland have actually started to drop off, and we've got a 9-point lead now, after they've lost once and drawn twice since we started coming back from the winter break, and that's just in 6 matches. So we've won every game since we came back. They've dropped points. It's one of those things, unfortunately for them, but we're doing well, and we're showing that we are going to win our 3rd straight league title in a row for the very first time in a save, which is very happy days. I do want more trophies though. I want a League and Cup double at some point, and maybe a European competition along the way, but this is progress either way. This, and the fact we're in the last 8 of the Europa League for the first time, is definite progress. I really hope we get to become a 3.5-star team in the future. I really do hope that this is the year that ticks over for us, because this league is a 3.5-star reputation league now. Still though, let's meet our new players. And this is exciting. We, for the first time, have actually got some really good players that have come through our affiliate system. I can't see these players taking on the under-19s because they actually have a game against Wisla Block in the same day, but this is promising, and Grupa and FK Budapest have actually given us some really good talents, and that's promising to say the least. Marko Gajsek is the first person here. I can't actually get the Slovenian pronunciation for the name, I apologize, but he is from a affiliate from Copa, and he's very exciting. He plays the inverted winger role that I want, and I think that we can make this guy a star. He gets full whenever possible, so he's already someone who do a good job for me. He'll cut inside when I want him to. He's consistent as well, and yes, he's got a bad personality and he's short-tempered. We can work on that and do more. He's exciting for a first-time player that's a 5-star player from an affiliate club. I'm very happy with this guy turning up. Mihas Mulek is the next person to turn up, and he is driven. He's got 20 determination, 13 passing, 12 off the ball, 13 vision. He's quite good at free kicks. Natural fitness is strong. He's got 15 technique. And I'm not even thinking of using him as a playmaker. I'm thinking of even using him on the left, which is not his strong suit, or as a Mazzala. I know what you're thinking. He's got 6 tackling. I know. But he gets forward whenever possible. He gets into the opposition area. And he's got decent pace and acceleration. If I don't use that, then what am I using him for? He looks really, really useful. Yes, he's not the best in a lot of the attributes I'm looking for, but he's still good either way. And we could utilize this. He's going to improve too. And then Goran Bredsky is the next person on the list, and he's a DM that immediately screams ball-win midfielder, though I don't want to use him as a ball-win midfielder. He's also got 15 heading, and he's 5'7". I'm going to use him as a deep line playmaker. Even if his first touch is not great, and his vision's only 9, he's still quite good for the role. And 14 decision making, 11 passing, 11 positioning, 12 anticipation, and 15 balance. He's useful. Yes, he's not perfect. Yes, he's inconsistent, but he's quite good either way, and I think we can definitely utilize this guy to our potential and to our long-term aspirations of winning the Champions League. Whether or not he would actually get us to that stage, I don't think he will, but he'll help us win the league at some point in the future. I'm certain of that. Ivan Prvic is Slovenian and Croatian, and has come from an affiliate. He's extremely inconsistent, but he's really exciting either way. And given that Michal Jaros was also very inconsistent when he turned up, it's not going to turn me away from using these players in these situations. He is going to be a player that I can't really use that often deeper, and yeah, I don't use attacking midfielders. He's definitely a playmaker, but what do I use him is the question. I'll have to let you guys decide that one, I think, but 18 flair is very useful. Very, very useful. Hubert Wojciechowicz is a goalkeeper that, I'm going to be blunt, while he's got good personality and is consistent, I don't think he'll ever become our first choice goalkeeper with Novak in goal, so I'm just going to show you this guy because he looks like he could be decent otherwise. He's also 5'11", and has got 6 aerial reach, so he may not be that great as a goalkeeper for us. Dariusz Ruski is also a winger who could be not amazing, but has potential to do something productive in the future, given that Pollock is only a 2.5-star player and is starting for us. If he can get to that potential, then he could be a starter for us in long term, and that's good. Daniel Samadi is the Hungarian player that's come from Budapest, and the fact that he's come from our affiliate is something that I have to celebrate because he's not terrible. He's very injury prone and he's inconsistent, mind you, and doesn't have the best of composure, but he could be useful. I will need to get rid of that trait of runs with the ball rarely because that will absolutely hinder his ability to do something for me, but he's not terrible. He could always be worse, and I should give him a chance, even if I'm probably going to have to get rid of it at some point in the future and never really keep him again, but he's got opportunities to thrive. I might be blinded by my optimism because of the fact he came through our affiliates. I'm just going to set it home now. Pavel Vaslavik is the last person that's got 3.5-star potential ability. He's injury prone and he's actually consistent, so that's actually one positive for him, but he's not very good currently in ability right now, but he can't really get worse. He's fairly determined, so he's got that going for him, and he could definitely improve, so he's not the worst player in the world. So things are going well. We may be the last team in Europe for Poland, but we're in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. I was not expecting that at the beginning of the season. I was kind of expecting to be in the Champions League for one, but I am going to end this video here though. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on a few things. Do we get past Sevilla in the Europa League? And how far do you think we can get in the Europa League if we get past Sevilla? Palace beat us 4-0 in the league phase of the Europa League, so I'm not optimistic about getting to the final, but we'll try to give it a good chance anyway. And how soon do you think we can win the league? Because I'm certain we will win the league this year. It's just a matter of when, not if, but I want to hear how soon you think we'll win it, and what do you think of our intake? I'm excited for the intake because we've actually got players from my affiliates that are actually quite good for once, and I'm happy either way, but I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on those players down below. But either way, and until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.